Here we are checking out my favorite fukushu kumquat, and what to my surprise, but a nasty old Cottony cushion scale. Let's talk about what we do about that. Yes, sir, this is my fukushu kumquat, my favorite, and it does have Cottony cushion scale. Here in California, not such a big problem because there are predatory insects that take care of this. But for you indoor outdoor growers, this could be a bigger problem. So I'm going to give you some tips on how you should take care of this and how I keep the population down here. Before you bring a citrus inside, always inspect it very, very closely to see whether or not you do have evidence of scale. Evidence of scale looks kind of like this. Once you discover there is scale, then I think the best thing you do before you bring it indoors is start to get rid of it. Wipe it off with a rag. I include just a little bit of Dawn dish soap in my container of spray. I like the idea of doing this before anybody brings it indoors, simply because once you get it inside and into the heat of a warm house, a lot of times the population can explode. So even just knocking it down a little bit before you bring it indoors is going to be beneficial. Make sure and check the underside of the leaf, because that's where the young are usually deposited. This also gives you a chance to wipe off some of the sooty mold that occurs because of scale infestation. As you can see, the Dawn just takes it right off. You're liable to knock off a few leaves while you're doing it. It's okay. There it is. Pretty much gone through, caught all of the existing scale that I could see, got in there and eliminated any of the crawlers that I could see on the undersides of the leaf, and just pretty much got it about as good as you can get it. Never 100%. You'll expect to have to do this a little bit when you get indoors as well, but you should have far less of an infestation or a problem once you get indoors. And over a couple of years, this should become a practice that actually keeps the problem down to a minimum. Then I'll go ahead and treat it with a little jet of water, just to get it all cleaned up. Knock maybe a few more off. Never hurts. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put on a little neem oil. This will help to take care of any of the small little creatures we couldn't find. Like I say, control is never going to be 100%, but everything that you can do to take and knock down that population before you bring it indoors is going to be a benefit. Cover the tree until it's absolutely dripping. Make sure and spray on the underside. Last, make sure and get your ant stakes in the spring when you put your tree out. This is very, very important in the control of Cottony cushion scale. Control that Cottony cushion scale.